another title on PS now is Overcooked 2. Basically, I had this with the family in mind, and it got mixed reactions and feelings towards the game. I'd never played the first, but I'd heard positive things, so I jumped in on this one, especially as this one has a platinum and the first doesn't. Importantly, let's start with the best bit. It's a 4-player couch co-op or online. I'm a big fan and advocate of couch co-op, so this is a huge plus for me. Ideally, this is played with more than just yourself, but it's also doable alone, as you can teleport and control the different chefs. Back to the game itself, it's on almost top-down cooking simulator, as you can see from the video. The order appears at the top of your screen, as your team has to take the ingredients and chop, cook or boil to make the meal fit together. Once you compile your masterpiece, put it onto a plate, you cash it in and do the next order before the timer runs out on both the meal and the level itself. Sounds all fun and jolly, but it isn't. Chaos ensues as fireballs, moving levels and traffic all cause chaos on the screen as you try to prepare your meals. In order to pass a level, you must obtain at least one of the 3 stars available, all tied to your score. You guessed it, by giving as many meals as possible, and a timely manner. Each meal not done on time deducts points also, creating a stressful, messy team building and destroying exercise. The fun comes from the manic mess that builds as more and more meals and complex meals come firing through. But the more agitated everyone gets when one person doesn't keep up their end of the team, gets very aggressive and can get very frustrating, especially when it's something very simple and suddenly it all goes wrong because someone didn't pay attention or just wasn't going to do their job because they completely forgot with everything else that was going on screen. As I like casual mess around with people who aren't competitive, the game really works, and is a good rainy day afternoon. But, and it's a big but, if you're competitive or a platinum hunter, you will probably take this serious, and at best, you get frustrated dirty looks to be thrown at everybody if you're playing with other people, but at worst, you're going to be blaming, shaming, and you're going to have a very awkward afternoon after the game's finished, because everyone will just be giving everybody the stink eye. Graphically, the game is colourful and appealing, and everything is well thought out and detailed, and you can't fault what's presented. Equally, the music is fun and bouncy, but it can be a little annoying. There is one specific level where I kept thinking it was going to start into the Enterprise theme tune constantly, and it got more annoying that it wasn't, but you kept thinking it was going to be. The controls also make the game, and yet need slight tweaks. You press X to pick up the food and items, square is the action button to chop or throw, and circle is to do a little dash, and the analog sticks to move. Great, simple and easy for all ages. What doesn't work so well is it can be picky on what action you're doing, and you can accidentally throw food when you try to chop, or you fail to pick up an item that's right there in front of you because it can't distinguish which square you're trying to pick the food up from, and you can't pick up diagonally, which is really annoying. So that becomes more of an issue, especially as there's a pressure situation and everyone's looking at you to get something done whilst they do their bit. Overcooked 2 gets a 3 out of 5. It's a mildly average in difficulty platinum, with the only effort having to 3-star all the story levels, but practice or extra players can make this, in theory, easier. The addition of arcade mode for casual play and a versus mode for competitive meal prep are welcome, and it keeps things fun, but after a few hours the novelty does start to fade, as only so much can seemingly be done with this type of gameplay. Sadly, more I felt could have been done with the level designs, but probably held back for future games that they may bring out. But it is a good game for if you've got friends over for just a casual little play around. Just be warned, you may fall out. Hope you liked the video. Give a like, subscribe and feedback.